So I'm out here canoeing on Lillooet Lake, and I might have just canoed down a river that I cannot canoe back up. So that's not good. I'm going almost nowhere. I've gone about 100 feet upstream. Oh my God. There's no way. So I'm out here at Lillooet Lake on a 2-day canoeing slash van life trip. I got the canoeing behind me, and in front of me I have my van. So I got 2 days planned. Today I'm gonna head down, I guess it's south, that way down the lake, and then tomorrow I'm gonna head the opposite way and go. I got a good destination in mind tomorrow. Today I'm a little less sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna head out that way. I do want to note that does look spectacular, but I'm gonna head out that way. I think this point is what I'm gonna aim for, and then there should be at least a couple good beaches down there to check it out. I kind of would like to get to the end, but I think that's an over-ambitious goal because, as always, I am starting later than I would like, and I kind of anticipate a pretty stiff afternoon wind. I don't know as a fact, but this is a big lake in a valley. I anticipate some wind coming. I would like to avoid it. So that being said, I've already talked too much. Let's go canoeing. So this is an absolutely awesome place to be canoeing right now. Just the scenery around me is so stunning, but I will note that I did not wear my sunglasses, nor did I pack them with me in this canoe, and I regret that. I realized it like minutes into starting, probably not even minutes, like seconds into starting, but I already decided I had gone too far to turn back, but I kind of regret that decision now. I think I'm about halfway to the first wreck site, so I think that is the next goal. And yeah, just enjoying this, but it would be nice to have some sunglasses. Okay, I just stopped for a quick break here and have a little celebration, drink some water and have a snack. But if you look, I'm at the narrow part of the lake. It's all rocky there. Got a bunch of houses over here, and then just around this kind of corner is gonna be the wreck site, but I've decided I'm not gonna stop at it. I'm gonna just keep going. And if you look down here, somewhere over here, there's a couple of points there, and I believe they will have a wreck site on there, and hopefully a nice little beach, so that'll be my first proper stop. So with that being said, I've traveled 5K so far, and I think that'll probably be about 4K more, estimated. Again, I still miss my sunglasses. As I think about just what could have been, I want to tell you more about this paddle. Like I mentioned, I'm on Lillooet Lake. This is a big 25-kilometer long lake just outside of Pemberton, BC. Which is a little bit weird considering Lillooet itself is about 100 kilometers east of here. But from my understanding, Lillooet Lake is named after the Lillooet First Nations people that inhabit the nearby settlement of Mount Currie. This lake was also once on the Lillooet Trail, aka the Harrison Trail or the Douglas Road, a vital transportation route during BC's Gold Rush era. We will talk more about that later, but for now, we're just focused on the current recreational aspects of Lillooet Lake, like this beautiful beach. Okay, I just pulled up here on a nice sandy beach. 100 driftwood, evidence of fires. There's some people down there, so I think this is the wreck site, but either way, it's a nice sandy beach, which is exactly what I wanted to stop at. So I think I'm gonna stay here for a little bit and take in the view. And then I'm gonna have a snack, cool down, have a snack, make sure I get hydrated, maybe swim, maybe not. And then probably not. Might put a t-shirt on, and then we'll canoe back, fly the drone, canoe back. Yeah. Okay, so I just got underway on my way back. I got going tarps off. It is pretty hot as of now, and I got a long way back. It's about 9K back because it took me 9K to get there. And it's like 2:30 in the afternoon, so I am a little bit concerned that a wind might pick up, but there's just no evidence of any wind. It's just been warm and calm and nice, honestly. This whole thing is just beautiful lake, beautiful weather, perfect.
So as I said, the way back is the same way we came in. So for brevity's sake, we're just gonna breeze through it. I canoed a total of 17 kilometers today, which was a good way to ease my way into things. And now we have a night of van lifing ahead of us, which is a huge plus on this trip. Not only do we have 2 days of paddling on this big, beautiful lake, but we're doing it all with the comfort of living in a van.
Okay, I just pulled up. I couldn't have made it in better time. I went 17K today and it's 4:09. The wind picked up about 4 and I got a few spits of rain. So I am glad to be done. Okay, it's still very windy and I am very glad to be off the lakes when I was. But anyways, let's set up ready for dinner here. I got mac and cheese, bacon cheddar smokies. I'm gonna cut up, put it in my mac and cheese. And I've been testing, I guess I'll say, some dehydrated vegetables. So I'm gonna sprinkle in some of these dehydrated pepper bits and just see what they turn out like. I've never used them before, so I'm gonna add that into my mac and cheese. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I got my stove. I guess I don't. I have my stove on to boil and my little grill there, and we'll cook up some smokies and some mac and cheese. Okay, I'll be honest, it does not look that good. It looks too runny. Tastes fine. Now I will say, I totally forgot about my dried peppers. So I'll chalk that up to the green. That's what they look like. I would have liked to try. I want to see what they turn out like. I don't know what they'll rehydrate like. But anyways.
So while my dinner didn't look that good, much like myself, it still managed to hit the spot. After dinner, I was just straight chilling. I did make friends with the 74-year-old guy next to me that was bike packing. He was a pretty inspirational guy, and I hope when I'm 74, I'm still getting after it too.
So I've just been sitting here chilling, enjoying the night away. I got my propane fire out. I will probably light it for probably half hour before I go to bed. But it's one of the longest weeks of the year, so it should be daylight till quite late. So that's why I didn't really bring any firewood, because I didn't think I'd really need a fire. But with that being said, I'm going to show you, because not everyone knows, show you my van here. This is my 1998 GMC Safari van, and it's all decked out. I got my bed, seat swivel, I got my fridge. I got my fridge working. It was showing an E1 error code, and now it is not, so everything's cool again. Yeah, so this is home for the night. And like I said, it's a nice change from like a canoe packing trip. No tent, I gotta live in the luxury of my van. So with that being said, I'm just gonna wrap it up by the night, hang out, listen to the breeze in the trees, sit by the propane fire. And with all that being said, good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. I slept great, thanks for asking. Anyways, I am just grabbing everything to get myself ready to go canoeing this morning. I got everything laid out, ready to go. Most things. Got all my food ready to go, my water, getting my stuff ready. I got breakfast on the go here. I got a breakfast hash cooking up, which should be delicious. I had a bunch of extra sausage that kind of need to be cooked because I do not trust my fridge fully right now. So I had to use it all. So with that being said, I'm gonna finish cooking, eat my breakfast hash, load up the canoe, and we're gonna get out of here. I'm trying to be on the water within half an hour, which would put me about like 20 after 9, which is good because I anticipate the wind kicking up again. So yeah, I do not know what more to say. I'm gonna eat some breakfast hash. I gotta go to the bathroom, get organized, and get canoeing. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we are officially out on the water, and again, it looks absolutely beautiful. It is, I think it's about 9:45 now. I was very slow getting ready, relatively slow getting ready. It was hard to give up the comfort of the van, so not quite as early as I would have liked to be on the water. But with that being said, I got plenty of time. The plan of attack is I'm going to cross over here. We're going behind me, which I think is actually south, according to the map. Anyways, I'm gonna go behind me, and I'm on Lillooet Lake now, and there's supposedly a little Lillooet Lake, and this lake should get substantially narrower. Then there's little Lillooet Lake, and then there's a bridge that goes over, which is my planned destination for the day. So I'm gonna cross over to this side at the point. It should be the narrowest point of the lake, and then I'm gonna go down the other side, basically as far as I can go / to that bridge, and that is the plan of attack for today. So with that being said, let's go.
This was the part of the trip that I was looking forward to. The bridge I'm aiming for is on the Inshuk Forest Service Road, and it spans over Little Lillooet Lake. I've crossed over this bridge many times on off-road trips, as this bridge is very popular with off-road enthusiasts. If you know, you know. Every time I've driven over that bridge, I always think to myself, this would make for some good canoeing. And now I'm finally headed there to do just that. Or so I think.
So it is getting hot out here. I think it'll be pushing 30 degrees, but I just pulled over to this rocky beach and put on a lighter shirt. I kind of want to go full tarps off mode right now, but I'm going to save that for later because I am concerned about getting sunburned, and I can only allow my precious white skin into the sun for so long. So I'll save that for later. Anyways, like I said, I'm on this rocky shore, and if you look over here, you can see this corner, the lake narrows, and it goes into a bit of a channel, and that's where we're headed. So we are just getting started. I've gone about 4 or 5K right now. So I got probably at least double that, but probably maybe even 10K to go. Hopefully not a huge amount more than that until I have to turn around. Anyway, so I'm not gonna waste any more time talking. We're just gonna head out and keep going on this beautiful day.
So earlier I mentioned the Inshuk Forest Service Road, and while its bridge is my intended destination, the real reason I bring it up is to add context to my location. Today this road connects Mount Currie at the head of this lake through Port Douglas all the way to Harrison Lake. But back in the day, this would have been known as the Douglas Road. Originally trafficked by fur traders of the Hudson Bay Company and many generations of First Nations people before them, this road saw heavy construction in the 1850s. Sir James Douglas, the first governor of the colony of British Columbia, formalized this route by constructing roads over the overland sections, which left a critical trading route by land and water connecting Port Pemberton to Harrison Lake, which in turn eventually would connect with the economic hub of the mighty Fraser River. So it might just look like I'm out for an ordinary paddle, but I'm actually following in the footsteps of history. History that predates Canada itself, which is pretty cool. And while I don't have any beaver pelts to trade or gold to find, I'm only here to satisfy my own sense of adventure. The same sense of adventure that countless people have had quenched on the old Douglas Road.
So, I'm currently floating down a river. This lake narrowed quite a bit into a little channel, which definitely has current that I'm gonna have to paddle back up, which may or may not be terrible, who knows. But I'm gonna flow into Lillooet Lake, and it should be exciting. Hopefully it is more of a lake and less of a river, so I'm not paddling a huge amount upstream, because I might have to bail out if this gets much more currenty. But for now, it's a nice little reprieve.
So at this point, I'm straight chilling, totally oblivious to the huge mistake I'm currently making. No pun intended. The further I flowed, the faster the water went too. It happened slowly, and by the time I realized what was happening, the current had picked up so much that I didn't even think I was going to be able to paddle back up this river.
Wow.
Oops. There wasn't a whole lot I could do about it though. My one-way ticket to Little Lillooet Lake had already been punched.
Shit. Well, I think I might have messed up. So, I'm on Little Lillooet Lake, but that river was running faster than I anticipated, faster than I thought. And by the time it dawned on me, like, are you sure you're gonna be able to paddle back up this? I was already too far down, so I was like, oh, I'll just get to this lake and reassess. But I am nervous about paddling back up that river, sorry. It might be a real challenge, and it might not even be possible. I do not want to overstate it, just in case it is totally fine. But that's going to be a challenging paddle. So I'm going to take a break here and enjoy myself. But then this is as far as I'm going to go, because if I have to like line my canoe up this river, that's going to be a pain and take a long time. So I'm just going to enjoy this lake, take a break, have a celebration, eat some food, and then I'll head back up river. But I am a bit nervous. Either way, this is a beautiful location. So there's worse places to be stuck. Oh my God. Oh.
At this point, I reapplied my sunscreen because it's shaping up to be a long day. Then I ate, which I find is the best way to ease my pain. And then I went for a drone flight, which was fun for about 2 minutes. But as beautiful as this place was, the longer I looked at it from above, the more I realized that I was in fact screwed. There was a 0% chance that I was going to get back up this lake. But at least, if you squint, you can sort of see the bridge that I was aiming at originally. At this point, I was so deep in denial, I did give it one good go to get up the river, and obviously, it did not go well.
There's no chance.
I then recentered myself and gave it a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance, right?
We are ever so slowly creeping our way up. This is absolutely brutal. I'm going almost nowhere. I've gone about 100 feet upstream, God. There's no way.
There was, in fact, no way. So eventually I did give up and let myself get washed back into Little Lillooet Lake. I was dejected, and then eventually I heard my savior. The only boat I have seen in 2 days appeared just at the perfect time. I flailed my arms wildly, and with my tail between my legs, I asked for a ride.
Do you think you could pull me up that river?
Yeah, I guess you're not getting back up.
No, I got halfway down and I was like, I think I'm fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, all this. Is that heavy?
Do you want to
The boat?
the boat?
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't know, like, I think you can probably tow me,
Okay.
but I can hop in whatever is, you know, there's a rope there. I don't know what's easier for you. I've been towed before, but it was on a lake.
Yeah.
So that's Colby, my savior. He's proof that not all heroes wear capes. Sometimes they drive fishing boats. At first we tried the tow method, and then eventually we loaded my canoe right onto the boat, and we powered up like it was absolutely nothing. Which was so much better than the alternative, which I'm still not 100% sure what I would have done.
Okay, so I am now back in Lillooet Lake proper, and I just hitched a ride on Colby's boat, Colby's Fishing Adventures. And dude, that guy just saved me. Like, I'm not gonna say he saved my life, but he absolutely saved me. Coming up that river, there's no chance I would have made it. I don't even know what I would have done. I would have had to somehow drag it along the side of the shore, but I couldn't even get to the shore because the current was paddling or pushing me so hard. So anyways, that guy absolutely saved me from a major ordeal. So again, shout out to Colby's Fishing Adventures. Gave me his card. It's good business. With that being said, we got a long way to paddle back. I think it's about 10, maybe a little bit more K. And yeah, we got 3 hours to do it before the wind picks up, hopefully. And yeah, I got to put the metal to the pedal. Metal. Doesn't matter. Let's go canoeing.
As I get back to paddling, almost as if nothing happened, I start to ponder my good fortune. I guess I've put out enough good karmic energy that the universe finally paid me back. What could have been a disaster turned out to be barely a blip. I think I'm going to try to use that good karmic energy to try to manifest a future trip with Colby's Fishing Adventures. It turns out that he's from where I'm from, which happens to be the sturgeon capital of Canada. Just look at those things. That's exactly what we need. Sarge Inc., Colby, sturgeon. The universe wouldn't just let us cross paths for no reason, would it? So show Colby some love. Please like and subscribe. Donate on Patreon. And let's all manifest some big old sturgeon into my life.